Anything is only as important as you want it to be. No one is too busy. We just decide what deserves our attention. Because somehow, people who don't have time still manage to scroll for 2 hours. The phrase, I don't have time, is usually just a nicer way of saying it's not important enough to me. People will say they want to start working out or learning new skills and subjects, spending more time with their families, but will literally do everything that is not conducive to that desire. It's quite jarring, actually. You say you can't find the time to work out because you have work all day, but when you come home, you're scrolling on your phone or binge watching shows. You say you can't spend time learning about new things that will actually benefit you greatly, but you find the time to tune into celebrity gossip. And we all do this. We say we don't have time, but the truth is that when something becomes emotionally important enough, we suddenly find the time. Imagine telling someone you love that you couldn't talk to them today because you didn't have the time, when it literally takes at most 1 minute to send a voice message checking in with them. It sounds ridiculous, right? But the thing is that people do this every day. And that just goes to show that it's not about time, it's about priority. What it really comes down to is that people don't avoid things because of time, but because of other factors like fear, discomfort, uncertainty, emotional and mental resistance, lack of urgency, lack of genuine desire to actually do the thing. Sometimes I don't have time can actually be translated to I'm scared to fail, I'm scared to commit, I'm scared it won't work out. Because, for example, starting a business equals risk, going to the gym equals discomfort, calling someone equals vulnerability or hard conversations, pursuing a dream equals possibility of embarrassment. But the thing here is to try. You won't know if you don't try. It is better to have tried and failed than to have not tried at all. Time is often actually just an excuse we use to protect ourselves from the discomfort or uncomfortable effort and hard work of a pursuit or endeavor. For example, a lot of people say that they value their family, yet they do things that are not good for their family dynamics, like participating in infidelity, neglecting the wants and needs of their children and partners, whether those needs are emotional, mental, spiritual, physical, even financial, abuse the people in their families, etc. All of this requires hard work, but not a lot of people are willing to do the hard thing for the things they claim to value in life. And what people prioritize and take action towards reveals what they truly value, not what they say they value. Talk is cheap.
Always talking. But what happens when the talk isn't cheap and it is what it is? Well, what I mean by this is Hillary Clinton. Man, I wouldn't want to be in her shoes after this.
Action, on the other hand, is proof. It is evidence of your true state of mind and what you truly value. And that's why I wholeheartedly believe that your thoughts determine your reality. Because your thoughts determine your actions, and your actions determine the results that you produce, and your results determine your reality. People say that they value something just because it's what they are expected to say by others, but their actions don't align with what they say they value. What one truly values is in their actions. And with that being said, to overcome this excuse of I don't have time, I would like to give you some actionable and mental steps that will help you. Number one, be honest with yourself. Just say that it's not important to you right now instead of forcing yourself and pretending to care when you actually could not care less. Yes, it feels harsher to say that you don't find something important rather than saying you don't have time because it's honest. But the thing here is that honesty brings clarity. And sometimes we say we want something because we like the idea of it, not because we truly want the reality of it. Because as with everything, there's good and bad. For example, wanting a relationship but avoiding vulnerability, wanting success but avoiding discipline, wanting change but protecting your comfort. You see, once you admit what you actually value, you can stop feeling guilty about not wanting to do certain things. Number two, make tiny commitments. Instead of forcing yourself to work out for an hour, doing strenuous exercises, start with 10 push ups. Instead of forcing yourself to read for an hour, read for 15 minutes instead. Instead of spending a whole day learning about a whole new subject and expecting to know everything by the end of the day, put half an hour towards learning about it per day. The most substantial and meaningful things don't require extensive amounts of time or effort in a short period. They require consistency on a long term basis. And that's why I always say that if something is thriving in the short run, it won't last long because there is no substance. However, if something is thriving in the long run and it keeps getting better, it's because there is substance. And would you guess how one builds substance? Through consistency. Number three, audit your time. I once heard someone say that your calendar is your biggest asset. You should know what every hour of your day is being allocated towards. Most people don't actually know where their time goes. And that's why at the end of the day, they think that the day just flew past them. It's because there is no intention behind their days. They really are just going with the flow. And that's why I think intentional living is so good. Manage your time consciously so you won't end up feeling like the days are just passing by and you're feeling like you're running out of time. If you prepare, you will be able to feel like you're actually living with purpose and intention and like time isn't running away from you. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail, literally. And finally, number four, accept trade offs. And this is important because prioritizing one thing means sacrificing another. Making time for something means taking time away from something else. Everything has an opportunity cost. An opportunity cost is the next best thing that is foregone or given up. If you want to spend more time working towards your goals, that means sacrificing sleep, doom scrolling, comfort, instant gratification, etc. Your priorities cost something. For example, my schooling being a priority for me has cost me a lot of relationships with my friends. It doesn't feel the same. And I don't have the time to hang out with people really. And that's why. While everyone else goes to enjoy their summer break and gallivant and go to the pool and really just explore and enjoy their summer all together, I'm studying or doing assignments, which is fine. I'm not complaining. I'm just using my situation as a real life example. But yes, with everything in life, there's going to be a sacrifice. There are going to be trade-offs that you have to make, and you have to accept that. And that is why it is important to do things that actually you value, that you find great value in. Do things that you are willing to make sacrifices for. And yeah, that basically takes us to the end. Because maybe some of us don't waste time. Maybe we spend it how we truly want to. Humans are actually incredible because we can spend 3 hours avoiding a 10-minute task. How efficient.